All right, what's going on, everybody? As you can see, we are in the checking connection phase, which means we're off to a great start, obviously. Okay, that type is still moderate. I might just full send it and see if we can get into the server still and just not worry about it. If we struggle finding a multiplayer server, then I'll keep trying to open her up this way. But I've never actually messed. I once the move got finished, I never actually messed with the settings to like open the ports and all this stuff for the Xbox because, well, this is the only game I really play outside of PUBG. But PUBG, you don't got to worry about like your NAT type at all. So that's why having dedicated servers is so important. I feel like we're honestly missing out on a huge chunk of player base, especially in like other countries that like don't have great internet access. And it's just because this is basically set up exactly like Xbox was in 2001. You know, Xbox Live OG peer-to-peer connection system. It's 100% reliant on your connection, their connection. It's a mess. It's why just they need to. I would personally be okay with spending more money on their DLC if they're like, we're gonna make dedicated multiplayer servers. Random rant. Let's just see what Hit Nanny does. Got a black screen. Okay, no longer present. Cool. Another black screen. Tell you what we're gonna go ahead and do here. Just because it's doing that. And like I said, I'm pretty confident it's the NAT type being weird about it. Normally, when you spam this, that'll actually open your NAT type because what it's doing is, I mean, I can't explain it technically, but it's base essentially it's just shaking the door until it opens. There it is. There we go. Got in. Looks like. Oh, Senator Patan. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be real here. Not the biggest fan of Senator Patan. I mean, it's not terrible. I love the Tigers. That is a cool aspect. But as far as the run and gun capabilities of this map, and just like it reminds me of the Yukon in the sense, like, dude, it takes forever to get anywhere on this thing. Difference is the Yukon actually sees stuff to shoot. I don't have a diamond buffalo from this map though, so I might spend a little minute or two looking for him. I don't know, 223 is not going to be useful on this map. We should probably change that out. Bring the handset along. This is not very good for this approach. Why don't we go check the lake over here? What's going on? Honestly, right now I'm looking for buffaloes or boothaloos on this map, but I don't know how much longer I'm gonna, or how long I'm gonna spend doing that, because I'm not uber interested in those right now. Kind of want to see what else we can come across as far as maps go. As a run and gunner, or my intention to run and gun tonight, you can see why I don't prefer to be on Sundra Patan. A little thick boy up in here. Yakety yak, don't come back. That's what we're looking for. Call them boofaloos, but I stand by it. Yeah, we're free ranging, man. We're not grinding nothing. We're looking for wild caught. And for me, that's what I mean when I say wild caught, or like diamonds and trophies. We're out here just whatever we come across, that's what we're hoping for. And that's the only thing that's going into 2026 Lodge, and well, that's what I'm looking to fill up. And I don't know, I'm rolling the dice basically just to see if maybe there's a diamond or a rare yak down here at this lake. If not, I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna go head somewhere else though and try to find something different. right now. It's kind of a classic loadout-ish. I've got the King 300 Magnum. We've got the Hanson 30-06. I just replaced the 223 with 257. Got my 12 gauge on me, and then the 20Z Virant. I'm a weirdo apparently. One of those polls that Expansive Worlds did. I was in the weird, odd category out with how many guns I carry. Apparently, this is not normal. But as a running gunner, like, I'm ready for everything. If I see it, it can die. Well, howdy, buddy. Okay, maybe I'll go check a couple other lakes. I don't know. The Canning 300 Magnum. It's the OG 300. Probably should have checked the other side of this lake before I started racking rounds, but... Oh, that guy turned around right when I pulled the trigger. You mad, bro? Well, the OG reference was to the fact that there was no other 300 in the game prior to this. There's a 338, that gun's still trash. It's a 150-meter shot, but I had to walk 7 miles to get here. pissed off a little bit by the heart there. Proud of it. How could you not, or how could you tell? I'm calling yaks buffaloes and I'm completely indifferent to being wrong about it. A kilometer away. You know, I don't feel that connected to Wild Yak right now. I'm actually kind of hopeful we get a random Silver Ridge Peaks, honestly. Okay, that makes way more sense. That makes way more sense. I'm gonna be honest, as a Christian, I feel bad. I judged you a little bit. I was like, I don't know. Pretty normal word, but that makes sense now. Totally makes sense. Yeah, no, it's fact. Yeah, that's what I mean. Original gangsters, the fool. Oh, we're on Hirschfelden. I won't be on Hirschfelden either. Although, I did get server host of it. And I could totally beat this guy to... There's bison. There's Euro bison up here. I might go see this lake and see if there's any big boys hanging out here. But, again, Hirschfeld is just one of those maps run again, not great. Yeah, well, okay, sorry for the super quick explanation, but yeah, no, it's literally that original gangster, and it's like a reference to, it's a way to speak to experience in one aspect, I guess, like, you know, you've been around the block, you've been there, done that kind of thing, but it's also, I mean, like, usually the first, or what's considered first, is like the OG, in quotes. Actually, small, or a nice looking road here compared to how small it actually is. Yes, yes. Unfortunately, yes. Plague takes forever to get to. I don't know. I may specifically search for Silver Ridge Peaks after this, just to make it not so random. Although I might be able to find a goose or something on this map. There's one thing good old Hirschfelden's good for. It is geese. It's not a goose. That's probably a life sentence right there, shooting whatever that is. Come on, render in. Checks out. Accurate. That's a dark chocolate, right? There's no way that's a mellow. We're not that lucky, right? Has to be dark chocolate. I'm gonna shoot it just in case, but I'm like 99% sure that's not a mellow, but because the shading right now, I'm gonna shoot it either way just in case. No, chat, he's staying pretty dark. Granted, we're still in the shadows. Yeah, he might be dark chocolate. No shot. Nope. I think it's a Mela. Let's go. Let's go. Boom. First trophy of the night in the bag, thanks to Hirschfeld of all maps. I was no joke gonna leave it pretty much immediately. If that deer wasn't in that field, we have already been looking for another map. Just happened to see this guy, and I'm not gonna lie, like even in this lighting, he looks almost not. He looks more dark chocolate than he does. So I don't know. It threw me off. Even in the harvest screen for me, it's kind of. I probably will never be able to do that again. I just shot these guys, just tossed the dice, because I mean, I couldn't tell what any of these were, so who knows? Imagine one of them's a melanistic goose. Yeah, the Virant's got 10 rounds in it. Which, honestly, when you're doing what I'm doing, like stuff like that, it's needed 99% of the time, but I don't know, got super lucky there with that one. Missed a couple rounds and then just dropped that entire flock. You guys are wondering why I'm whistling? I'm very intentionally trying to spook things just so I can be aware of their presence at least. At the end of the day, the 22 is like is really my favorite gun in the game. It's such a useful tool, not only for shooting, you know, waterfowl, the small game, but like the fact that you can literally use it to like, I don't know, we're gonna eventually do it tonight. I call it the 22 trick, but it's a way to grab awareness of the animals that are at longer ranges, and you can actually like, if you need a better shot, you can get it with the 22. try to at least make it to the riverside here. I'll probably back out and search up the Silver Ridge Peaks. I'm feeling like an elk / turkey hunt. Obviously, there's gonna be mountain lions in the way. You know, I often find that whenever I like get hyper specific on stuff I want to find, I get really disappointed when I don't find it. Because right now I have zero expectations. I mean, we came across that melanistic fallow, and that's awesome. But if I'm like looking for like a giant elk and I don't find giant elk, it's gonna get rough, you know. Said this is exactly what I want to try to do. I haven't shot a 500 plus elk in probably 2 years now, so kind of want to try it. You don't see that every day, do you? I might actually, just because I actually haven't, since the reset last year, not last year, that was actually 2 years ago as well. I haven't explored Hirschfelden at all, so I guess we could go unlock this outpost. Just, it's been my experience too, like once you find like a trophy, especially like off rip like we did on this map, it's like, alright, there's probably some more initial spawns. If we look long enough and hard enough, we could probably find them. But I'm hoping we find the kind of the same scenario where we inherit a Silver Ridge Peaks that belongs to a newer player. And their initial spawn diamonds and rares are a little more common on those maps, and it just, you know, gonna do just like that. And it's not gonna work 100% of the time. Honestly, it's not even gonna work 50% of the time. Like, it's weird. Like the trophies, it's maybe a 40% chance. Like that lake or that little run, you guys can see where I've explored, even where a multiplayer where I explore at. Those are kind of like my hot spots. And on Hirschfelden, 9 times out of 10, if I find something interesting, it's up here for some reason. Well, maybe I should say 1 time out of 10. There's something interesting there. Whereas everywhere else, you know, there's 9 times out of 10, there's nothing. I've still not really experimented and explored too much with the feeders and just how capable they are on maps like this. That, you know, every time I'm in a big open field like this, I'm like, oh yeah, there's feeders in the game now. Like that could make Hirschfelden really interesting. And Lord willing, one of these days, in my quote-unquote retirement phase, that is when I could care less about getting diamonds, rares, or anything, which I don't see that happening anywhere in the near future. But still, I want to go back to, you know, how I started playing this game. And that is just to sit back and bow hunt and just shoot anything that I can shoot with the bow. And it's just so much fun. There's just no pressure. I'm not looking for trophies. I'm looking for Maybe for funsies, I should just bring a bow with me. Just to see if we can get sneaky on some elk. Or if I can use the laser range finding sight and shoot one at 150 yards with an arrow. I'm feeling the call to ditch Hirschfelden. Mission successful here, though. Melanistic fallow deer going in the 2026 lodge. That's awesome. Wanting to fill up bigger placards, and well, melanistic fallow deer is a perfect animal put in there. Plus, to find a mela first and foremost is typically melanistics are the more rare version of rares, and we just found that on random multiplayer server, completely random. I didn't have control of time or day, or at least I didn't change. I just jumped in there, and there he was. And honestly, that outside of just randomly shooting everything that you see with a bow and arrow, is just about the most fun I think you can have in this game. That's a perfect loadout, man. Perfect loadout. I'm gonna take this time where it's like being weird and not wanting us to join a multi-server to use the restroom. We'll be right back, folks. Okie dokie, artichoke. My apologies. We're back. Let's go ahead and search up Silver Ridge Peak, see what happens. I might actually have to restart the game. I've noticed that actually helps when this happens. Because theoretically, let's just say there were no Silver Ridge Peaks. It should have already told me that there's no Silver Ridge Peaks. We're in like a weird loading loop. Oh, hang on. Man, you've little faith. Here we go. Watch, it's probably Hirschfelden again. I would almost be willing to bet money. Or somebody's trophies lodge. Oh, nope. Okay. Excellent ping. Beggars can't be choosers, though, right? Oh, there's no there. Okay, so the fact that there's no need zones here is telling me this is exactly what the map that I've been looking for. You're telling me nobody's checked these lakes. Either I've already been kicked, or this is a brand new Silver Ridge Peaks. That was a joke about the ping part, by the way. Now, I will say, as far as small game goes, the 257 is obscenely overpowered. It's got more penetration than 243. It's right up there with... I mean, it's stronger than two. So you can see it goes class 2 through 6. And I've absolutely dropped red deer with this thing. I'm not supposed to, but I've done it. It's pump action. There's no bolt thrown involved. You're right on target. It really feels like it's a semi-automatic. Wait and see if anything else is going to come out from those trees, but nothing did. Oh, there's our first mountain lion. Speaking of the 257, I'm going to pop this lady with it. Oh, I missed. Not even zeroed. Got her that time, though. Unfortunately, it's way too late for elk drink time. It's actually mule deer drink time right now. There were none here because that mountain lion was walking through, spooked everything away. Max weight, I definitely want to chase him down. He might make diamonds, but kind of whiffed him on those. Was out of breath too, though. What's diamond for? I think 208's diamond for these, right? 207 maybe. They changed it. I don't remember. Hang on, I'm gonna pull the app up because that's actually a really big. Visually, that's a really big sheet. And level 4 can rarely make diamonds, so you never know. 196 is diamond for them, so I'm gonna actually shoot this guy. Alright. I'm gonna show you guys what I was telling you about the 22. This guy's facing away from us, quartering away. I want him to face me. Pull the 257 back out. Now he's facing us. I bet that guy scores in the 180s at least. He's big. Running right at me. Yeah, I slapped both that big sheep or bighorn and the mountain lion for 257. Old 173. So it's a big boy. It's a healthy boy. Bronze is also uncommon, by the way. Actually go back up to the lake we just checked. I could fast travel, but I don't want to spook anything. The wind's perfect for this, because seeing those mule deer moving in their zones tells me now that cougar's dead, those other mule deer are probably back. I just heard one. That's one downside to running gunning Silver Edge Peaks is like when you spook those mountain lions into where you're wanting to hunt, and then they just spook everything 300 yards in front of you. And I was a little off with my estimate on the bighorn. Although 10 points off, you were pretty close. That is a very big mule deer. Diamond level 4 mule deer are very rare, and that guy's got rear kickers, which tells me he might actually make it. That was a little far back with 30-06. He was on the move. He is going down, though. I need to see that other side. The mass might not be there either. A telltale, though, for those level 4 mule deer, those kickers, that rear kicker coming off that I just saw, so... Forgive me for sounding slightly excited. Yeah, see? Okay. You can see it right here on the approach. There's a kicker coming right off the back of the antler. Guys, he might make it. He might make it. He's got kickers on sides. That mass might be there. If he makes it, he's going to be right at like 213. If he makes it, this is a 300 mule deer though. No, I was wrong. Really? 288? We got really lucky and got that liver. I guess he just didn't quite have the mass. So those rear kickers that you can see coming off of the back there, that again, those are like telltale signs. But his mass just wasn't quite there. Everything else about the rack's perfect. I got super excited for that. Max weight turkey. He's going up in the thick, gross stuff, which I don't like. I almost want to see if he circles back. So just kind of want to be patient to let him calm back down enough that I can get it somewhat close. Now when it comes to turkey, level 2 diamond turkey are rare but possible, so that's one of every time you see a max weight turkey, you need to shoot it because it could actually be a diamond in disguise. Wrong turkey. Same color. Well, now I have no clue where that guy went. Must have come across the track. Would be a mountain lion up here. Hopefully it spooks it back down in the open. That'd be nice. I don't want to miss too much time on this guy. Again, odds are that he's just a gold, but... I'm going to go ahead and mosey my way down. I'm going to assume he just kept going, and we're just not going to find him. Or he circled back and he's out here somewhere, and we just didn't see him in the open. No way, I just got server hosted this. Let's go. That means I'm going to annihilate everything now. Texas Heart Shot, folks. You know what that means? It's gonna get changed to Elk Creek time. You know, okay, I should know this. Back in the day, Dark Red was actually rare, but I don't think it is anymore. I think at some point many years ago they changed that, but just make sure. I just had like one of those weird, like, it's 2017 and the game just came out again kind of moments. Yeah, it's just a comment now. Whoa, what in the Shamrock Shake is going on here? You guys see the mountains? Weird. It's not distracting at all. I think the mountains are losing their texture when I look away. And I'm server host. Let's see what these hooligans missed up here. Do long range 257 shot. Got one round left. 300 meters. I'm gonna aim just a little low. Schwafter. Am I gonna pick her up? No, I'm not. Gonna let her lay. She's done spooking my game. That with it being a ghost map, have no qualms about respawns or anything like that. Could care less, because this map is going to no one as soon as I leave it. See, that night, see, if I didn't shoot that thing, and if I would have been up there rambling around, I wouldn't have seen that max weight turkey laying up there. Let's get crazy with it. That's 410 meters. Oh, never mind. 390. I don't know where I got 410 from. Dyslexia, maybe. So 400 meters. I'm going to aim right about here. Whoa, actually overshot it. We're almost, well, no, it's gravity shooting uphill like this might be helping us out. Nailed it. It's dead instantly. That must have been a headshot or neck shot. Oh, we sticking out though. I do want to take advantage. I love hunting Silver Ridge Peaks in the evening time just for the reasons that you've seen. Everything we've shot so far, it's why I like hunting on SRP late evening. But early mornings is where it's at for elk. That's where their drink zones are. I mean, we're seeing some elk out here, but I'm going to do a run through as soon as we're done kind of checking out the common areas before it gets too dark. Part of me sometimes, wishes I have the pack mule perk. I don't want to spend all the money to change all the perks back to just get it. But I sometimes, as a running gunner, wish I had a backpack on me instead of all these guns. That way, I could just pop out the ATV at any time. Not have to walk 400 extra meters. I could have sent Lucky at the, like the 200 meter mark. Could have sent Lucky up here, but it's multiplayer and the dogs do weird things. Who knows? There might be something else up here we just didn't see because it rendered. Exhibit A, it's a female though. Again, 257's time to shine. Like she's cranky. Oh, we just overshot it, huh? Oh, it knows not to come here. These are my parts. Or 4-3, that's the smallest circuit I've shot so far. Still haven't seen the other side of the lake like I want to. Need to get over there. Honestly, I like this height advantage, and now that I've taken the time to walk up here, I kind of want to approach the lake from up here. It's a much better vantage point, especially for stuff that's hanging out over on this side. It's a good walk, but there's a good chance we're going to see something else out here. Normally, I'll just kind of like zip through and hug the bank and just kind of wrap around, but up here, I don't know. You can see a lot better, that's for sure. We do risk spooking more mountain lions down into whatever's down there right now. 1748. Big fan of the rain, though. What I really like about Silver Ridge Peaks is it is one of those maps that you kind of have to look at everything because there really could just be something there. You know, there's some maps, there's a lot of dead space. SRP ain't one of them. Another decent-sized Rocky Mountain. I feel like every time I throw the binos up, there's something running around in them. And see, if I had the bow on me, perfect opportunity. We're grabbing the bow, folks. We're having fun with it. Look how slow they're moving. I could have totally killed them. Both. I'm like Legolas up in this. Not really. I haven't actually shot a bow in a long time in this game, so I better shut it. She's just gonna keep cruising next to me. She's cruising. I intentionally wanted to shoot just a hair off of her back. It's actually a lot harder to do than just to hit a double long shot, so, you know. Oh my goodness. 406 to 493. I believe 481 is diamond for Rocky Mountain Elk. That guy does have a chance to troll, but man, that's a giant rack. That might be exactly what we came here for. And of course, I spooked it with the mountain lion that I very intentionally shot the hairs off of. Trying to be kind of cautious now, not to spook him necessarily, but to further spook any mountain lions that are in the area that I don't notice yet. Oh man, I hope this guy doesn't troll. He is on the smaller side as far as the estimate goes, but still, 5 medium gets the heart pumping. I mean, that's exactly what I come out here to see, man. No way, he's coming right to us. He's coming right to us. Pop him with a 300. Oh, thank you, Lord. That was, I mean, that doesn't get any better, huh? There must have been another mountain lion back here that spooked him back to us. Chunko's make me feel hopeful here. Now I will say that is a very big rack. It's a big boy, that's for sure. He's super wide. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. 481. Let me see that 481. Ah, 460. Now that I can see it in the harvest screen, the length, or the height, I should say, rather, isn't quite there, but still 460. That's disappointingly low. That's all right. Phil, that's exactly what I came out here to do. 5 medium elk, got the juices flowing, and I'm kind of hopeful there's more where that came from. You know, it's just kind of a cool experience. I mean, there I am trying to stalk it down after spooking it, and then another mountain lion spooked it right back into our laps. There it is. Speaking of, let's go ahead and shoot it just to give me an excuse to go down there. I'm assuming that's where he was standing at. I don't know. My defense, folks. I technically couldn't see it when I pulled the trigger. Which is a huge safety no-no. You should never do that ever. But it's a video game, so we did it. There's no hunting pressure, which tells me we hit the small child that was probably standing behind them. First-time hunter out in the woods. Carl Walking Dead moment. I have ASCII Ridge is amazing. I love it. Honestly, now this isn't. Oh well, you're nice size, 291. I think it was Flinter that called it, or compared. Maybe it's JPEX. Compared it to Silver Ridge Peaks initially, like a snowy Silver Ridge Peaks, and like that's a pretty accurate description. Still no hunting pressure, but there's obviously mountain lion everywhere right now. Hang on, hang on. Is that blood? Or is that from a different thing that we wounded and just... I don't want to get disappointed. I'm seeing a bunch of small stuff outside of that 5. And that actually means there's some big stuff somewhere hanging out. There she is. I did hit her. Round 2. 0 for 300. She's still out there. That's even for 30-06 is a poke. And I think we whiffed it. I might have overshot her, actually. I might have misjudged the old .6. Good news is we didn't Carl from The Walking Dead anybody, so we did hit the animal, but I'm not going to spend time looking for it. Again, ghosted map. It's just about dark. I want to hit this lake up. Looks like somebody's actually found it. I love this little spot. It seems like nobody ever checks it. That's where I've got my current mule deer grind set up, which actually next time we stream, we're going to be shooting mule deer. I need to do that as well. And so far, in my head, I think as long as every time we get out here and hunt and find a trophy, put in a trophy lot in the 2026 lodge, we'll be good to go. By January next year, that thing will be full, Lord willing. But that said, I tried all year last year to get that meal. We're over not quite 4,000 because we're probably hovering around the 3,900 kill mark. A lot of kills. It's getting to be a brutal grind, unfortunately, but fortunately I'm one of the unlucky ones. What worries me is I'm one of those like really unlucky ones. It's like my 10,000 kill grind. All my other the recent grinds really spoiled me. My pheasant grind and red deer grind, fallow grind. This grind's like, whoa. Can you please spawn, please? Wind's not good for this. Wind typically doesn't spook them, but it does alert them, and then me running around like this is what spooks them. If the wind was better, we could actually get... You can actually get surprisingly close to stuff, even running around. Granted, it takes a few perks, but... I see nothing. There must be some mountain lions in the area. That or whoever was up here last actually shot everything out of it. Oh no, it's elk. Okay. Somebody found some elk up here. Alright, I see nothing. I think it's officially time to change to elk drink time and see what's going on here. Of course, I've got to do the official. We got to check this lake first and make sure there's no 500. This spot, for those of you that were here earlier, I was on Hirschfeld and talking about like one of my little hot spots, and it's like, you know, one out of 10 chance of something being there, but if I'm gonna find something on a map, that's where it's gonna be, and this is kind of that lake. If I'm gonna find a 500 plus elk, it's gonna be here. The odds of that, pretty slim to none, but Rooks! Just shot a troll. 5 medium elk. Before this, I was on Hirschfeld and just happened to run. I was literally getting ready to like bounce off the map. I went to a field to check for geese. Looked over and I thought at first it was a dark chocolate fallow deer. No, it was not. It was a melanist. So that's going to the trophy lot. Just realized I didn't change time, so there's that. That's kind of a problem. Still gonna check this lake, because who knows? It's Lucky broken. Alright, we gotta put Lucky away, because that sound is gonna drive me insane. It's gonna sound like stuff's running by us all the time, and it's just Lucky being broken. Why walk when you can just fast travel? I like how the lighting didn't change at all. It'll get brighter over time, at least. This time of day. With me being right here spawn-wise, I doubt there's anything at this lake, but I'm gonna check it anyway. Figured. Whole lot of nothing. Normally, unless there's mountain lions, there's either going to be mountain lions or turkey up here. Hopefully. I guess there could be nothing, too. There could be that. Typically, there's some turkey or mountain lions up here. Example, or Exhibit A here is the mountain lion tracks, but... And the turkey gobble. Where was that? There he is. Up in the trees. Still kind of headed towards the lake, but I'm also gaining elevation so I can hopefully see this guy where he's at. He's behind this little hill, I think, in this dip. But if I get... I just saw a flash of something. Where you at, friend? He's behind this. There he is. Come on, level 3. Ah, he's a little tiny guy, level 3 to 4. Time to button up here. Getting real close to this lake. Wind's actually perfect. Normally when I'm up here it's rough and I'm spooking whatever's sitting pretty close to this side of the bank. Hoping that the mountain lions... What I should have done is... Because we were running through in the evening time and Call of the Wild's weird like this. And because I changed time and switched over, I have a feeling that the mountain lions that were running around are still where they were running around at. And that could actually be a problem for us when it comes to elk. Tiny Tim over there again. confuses me a little bit that there's nothing standing there, but we do have a bear over here. Don't tell me we got skunked coming up here. No elk whatsoever, huh? Interesting. Yeah, see, we still got... Oh, there we go. There's some elk. Nothing big. Oh, we're getting eaten? Okay. Well, shoot far. I gotta go. Oh, hang on. We got a clear shot up here. If I can throw it that far, it's 400 meters. Right about there. Oh, come on. Come back to us. Come on in. Nailed him. He's gonna keep flying right into our lap here. It's gonna work out great. Guess they don't call them bird brains for nothing, huh? I was like, how are we nuking these guys? If this guy was a diamond, he's smoked. Shooting with buckshot. So that was fun, actually. Good news is he wasn't a diamond. Nowhere near, in fact. So... This show's rated PG. What are we doing? What are we doing over there, guys? Get it together. Sometimes when elk are huddled up like this, it's actually hard for me to decipher if there's actually a giant in there because their antlers all kind of mix and mash and mix in there. So, I mean, there's some decent elk in there, but I don't think any of them are near diamond potential. There ain't a amount of elk down there, though. Ton of female bears down here as well. Curious to see what we're going to see here as far as bears at this lake. Fun fact, I've actually fallen to my death so many times with that thing. You're not paying attention, you walk off the steep side of the cliff, you're going down quick. The bear in there, and I can't tell what it is. 22 to the rescue. Or not. I mean, I see it, but I can't tag it. Still have no idea what it is. There we go. It's a female. Alright. Moving on. Hoping this guy crests the other side of this hill. Any male like callouts I see like that, I want to check just to make sure. Obviously, and he's a big boy. Max weight 38 to 40. I don't think 8 mythical mountain lion can make diamond though, so I'm not worried about him. I'm not gonna. He's not bothering us. So I'm not gonna bother him yet. Now, if he's got a cousin, uncle, aunt up here, that's a different story. The fact that he's nervous makes me nervous. Mountain lions are really ruining the vibe around this place. Again, seeing all these tiny elk doesn't actually discourage me. It just tells me the big ones are actually somewhere piled up somewhere. And it could be any one of these lakes that we're checking. And me spawning back here could have actually spooked whatever's hanging out here. That might have been a dumb guy move, but hey. I don't call for running gunning for nothing, right? Nah, we should be okay. Just breaking the sound barrier as we walk to the lake, though. So if there was something standing here, we'd certainly spooked it by now. No way. That mountain. Once again, we somehow spooked a mountain lion directly in the middle where we're trying to hunt. It's a skill, I tell you. Wait a minute. Tell me that's not what I think it is. Tell me that's not a brown black bear. It's kind of got a reddish hue. The sun is weird right now, but just in case, I'm going to shoot it. I'm going to shoot it. Mama bear ain't coming home tonight. I mean, that looks brown to me. Rix is the brown bear expert, or black bear expert here. Rix, what's your thoughts? I'm getting pretty brazen standing over this. Even though I'm the server host, I could get kicked at any moment. So there's that kind of threat going on right now. I don't think it's dusky. It's just dark. I like how the color immediately changed in the I don't think it's dusky. Well, womp womp. Second visit to this lake. It's time to check for elk now. If you've ever wondered if the 257 is capable of making a headshot on a cow elk, you're in luck. Just because there's literally nothing. Normally there's big group elk, but then again, I guess that lake right up here had a huge herd of elk, so I guess that normally it's up here. Just kidding. We're not gonna canoe. Well, if she's just gonna stand there, we're gonna canoe her head. But well, I can't make a liar myself. I said it. I was gonna do it. She's just gonna stand there. We're gonna canoe her head. Hoping to really get lucky and find even just a female piebald. Hang on a sec. You're probably just a darker colored. I need you to turn around for me. Just in case. How wild would that be? Melanistic. Rocky Mountain female elk. Again, the lighting's super weird right now with the shadows and stuff. She's not. I just saw her tail. We're good to go. Want to get up to this lake? I'm not sure I can get there before the end of elk time, though. No elk string shows here. This isn't... I honestly don't like this zone just because there's so many reeds at this lake, but it's a healthy spot to find some pretty much anything. The small bears tell me, and I've not seen any 8 mythical bears, there's got to be a 9 legendary bear on this map somewhere. Just shoot a super rare Rocky Mountain elk. 22. Check this lake once again. There was elk zones discovered up here, so I don't know what to expect. That could be a good thing. You know, if they shot some stuff, maybe we got a nice diamond sitting up here. Trying to remain hopeful, you know? us another max weight turkey. I think we'd have gotten lucky by now, as many as we've shot. Oh, come on. That was almost awesome. That other one kept flying. It bounced and then kept going. Four, 4, 5. That's been the average so far. Check this lake. I gotta go to the bathroom again, folks. I think on my own map, I am going to put a tent up here eventually, because that approach I think I like much better than this one. That's interesting. These guys aren't freaking out yet. Fortunately, our troll 5 medium did not come back as a actual diamond. In fact, it came back as an annoying level 3 mountain lion that spooked the rest of the herd away. I really don't want to screw anybody's hunt up, but I do want to change time actually back just so I can continue my search, because I really do think there's going to be a big bear somewhere. Because it's kind of wild how many female and or small bears I've found so far. Question is, can I find it? I really want to head to this lake. Or this one. Do want to check this one real quick for the end of elk drink time, because there might be some down here. Definitely gonna be elk at that big lake, but man, I hate walking to that big lake. That's the one. It's the one lake I don't like going to on SRP because it's like 2 kilometers from anything, and it's just rough country through there. They're falling out of the sky. Come on, big money. Drop a let's drop a 500 right here. Right here. Right here. Okay, well. No big boys. So now I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back, folks. Okie dokie. Disappoint all these people. Change time. Somebody's probably looking to trophy of a lifetime right now. I'm about to rob them of it. Here we go. It's only 800 meters away, but I was only half joking about the 2 kilometer thing because this is actually a giant cliff that you can't walk up, so you're gonna have to go around. This area is the heavily wooded area of Silver's Peak. Anybody that's been around long enough to remember the release of SRP in those beginning days, does anyone remember how they low-key hinted at adding rock climbing to this game and then just never did it? It'll come in super handy right about now with this this cliff in our way. Almost there, and just in time for the wind to shift in a terrible, terrible position. Actually pretty nice looking mule deers. 310 is diamond for them though. Okay, so far I've not seen or spooked any elk. That's kind of worrisome. This looks rough too because there are so much reeds. Luckily on Xbox they don't render on the other side, but it's rough when you're walking through them. Kind of an insane astronaut up for level 7. You can see there are absolutely bears everywhere, and none of them are big boys. It's like there's no way that mule deer's sitting there drinking. It looks like it is. I don't know. Nobody's actually down here. I feel like this lake's not a terrible spot. There could be something down near. I like these lakes as far as the elk prospect goes, but I haven't yet actually traveled my turkey route yet. But then again, nobody's down here, and this area is a kind of a honey hole for them. It's early enough in the morning. I'm going to check these other lakes for any, maybe, I'm pretty sure there's probably a 9 legendary somewhere on this map, but we don't have time, unfortunately, to search every nook and cranny of Silverage Peak. Good news is, did shoot that fallow deer. We've got something to put in the trophy lodge this evening. Who knows? Could find something up here. I don't know. I was really hopeful because this seemed like a really good SRP, and especially when we just immediately off the rip found that level 5, but so far the options haven't been great. We've got 2 max weight turkeys, same herd. Got them both. Wanted to try it. We weren't quite quick enough on that reload. From the reload, the shouldering. First black bear being class 7, and buckshot not being very effective when animals it's actually made for. I don't know what quite to expect with that. There's those green mountains again. Maybe that's good luck. That's a big play. Technically. Come on, give me an angle. Green mountain. I'm honestly not sure. It doesn't look like he's going down. I don't know if the 257 is quite capable of that. Oh, diamond turkey there, nor were there any diamond elk. Right. Unfortunately, this is going to be the last lake we check, and then we're going to head on over to the 2026 lodge. Come on, big money. Let there be something hanging out down here. Alright, I'll take it. Level 1 black bear. There is something, I guess, technically. Technically, that level 1 black bear is something, and, well, there's something. Multiplayer, I'm always hesitant to run around down in this spot because that's where like a lot of the people are that are just shooting the crud out of everything, and then everything's just kind of wonky down here. But the fact that nobody's been on the map for a while, who knows? Alright, so there wasn't much in the way of the Silver Ridge Peaks other than that troll. Still fun. Shot a lot of stuff. What's our session score? 5,000? Well, didn't shoot as much stuff I thought we did, but saw a lot of stuff. I was really hoping one of those max weight turkey that we saw was going to be a diamond, but I guess at the end of the day, glad they got the opportunity to actually shoot him. I'm going to back out, head on to the 2026 lodge, and we're going to place our brand new melanistic fallow deer somewhere in this bad day. Or bad dude. It might break the game and kick us. We'll see. Okie doke. Where do I want to put this guy? I want to put it on a full body mount. I'm confused. How can a fallow deer somehow... Why can mule deer go up here, but a fallow deer can't? I do want to put it on a full body mount, but I don't want to take up a big one quite yet. But we might. I might move stuff around. Trophy of the year right there. And I don't think we're going to beat that. Maybe right here. That thing looks awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate everybody stopping by tonight. It was it's a pretty awesome hunt overall. Again, I was really hopeful we were going to find something on the SRP, but it's called the wild. Can't complain. We've got this absolute beast of a melanistic mule deer here. Can't complain. it's exactly what these type of hunts are about, and it thrills me to death that we're pretty successful. That being said, though, like I said, I appreciate everybody stopping by tomorrow, folks. The game plan is we're gonna spawn that great one mule deer. I've been saying that for the past 4,000 kills, but hey, maybe tomorrow's the day.